theorem or the postulate and its converse. What is the meaning of this? For example, we will speak about the corresponding angles postulate. Here, what is the given? What is the information you have? I have two lines parallel. L1 parallel to L2. And here we have two lines and we have the transversal. So we have corresponding angles. Angle 1 corresponding to angle 5. We said before, what is the meaning of corresponding angles? Mean two angles have the same position. So angle 1, it's up and on the right. And also angle 5, up and on the right for the second line. So the position for angle 1 and angle 5, they are the same position. So they are corresponding angles. So angle 1 corresponding to angle 5, and angle 2 corresponding to angle 6, and angle 4 corresponding to angle 8, and angle 3 corresponding to angle 7. So we have relation, the angles are corresponding, and the two lines are parallel. What is the result? What is the conclusion? So they are congruent. So if we have two lines parallel and the relation between the angles, they are corresponding, the result or the conclusion, they are congruent. Example for this. If we have line 1 parallel to the line 2, line 1 parallel to line 2, it's given. From where you understood this? From the arrows. These two arrows mean the two lines here are parallel, okay? So line 1 parallel to line 2, it's given. And what is the relation between 1 and 2? Angle 1 and angle 2, they are corresponding. So they are corresponding and the two lines are parallel, so they are congruent. So angle 1 congruent to angle 2. From where? From corresponding angles postulate. What is the result of the corresponding angle postulate? Or they are congruent? They equal in the measurement, because the definition of the congruence angles. Understood? So to say two angles are congruent, here you must have relation for the angles and two lines parallel. To say the two angles are congruent by corresponding angles postulate. Understood? What is the meaning of the converse of this postulate? The inverse of the information. What is the meaning of this? I don't have two parallel lines, okay? But I have two lines and this transversal. What is the position for angle 1 and the angle 2? They are corresponding angles, because this is the angle 1 here up and on the right, and the angle 2 here also up on the right. So they are corresponding angles, okay? And here, what is the information here? I gave you measure angle 1 equal measure angle 2. So they are corresponding and also congruent or equal in the measurement. So the two lines will be parallel by the converse of corresponding angle postulate. So this is the opposite for the previous information. If I have parallel line and position, they are congruent. So this is corresponding angle postulate. Why they are congruent? Because of corresponding angles postulate. But if I have this, I have the relation of the two angles. They are corresponding angles, and I give you another information. What is this? Measure angle 1 equal measure angle 2. So they are equal in measurement and in the same time they are corresponding. So what is the result? The two lines will be parallel. From where you understood this? From the converse of corresponding angle postulate. By the same way, if we speak about the alternate interior angles, if we have two parallel lines, okay, so can you give me two angles, alternate interior angles? Yes, three. We said make X or Z. So angle 4, alternate interior angles to angle 5, 4 and angle 5, or angle 3 and angle 6. They are alternate interior angles. And we have what? We have line 1 parallel to line 2. So we have alternate interior angles and two parallel lines. So what is the result, or what is the conclusion? They are equal in measurement, or they are congruent. So measure angle 4 equal measure angle 5. Measure angle 3 equal measure angle 6. But what is the converse of alternate interior angle theorem? What is the converse of this? If I have, for example, angle 3 here, angle 3 and angle 4, they are alternate interior angles, okay? And I will give you another information. They are equal in measurement. So they are equal and they are alternative interior angles. So what is the result? The two lines will be parallel. Depend on what? The converse of alternate interior angle theorem. This is the converse. So the converse of the theorem and the postulate, the conclusion or the result of it to get the two lines parallel. So we get the two lines parallel from the equality and the position of the angles. Okay? Here the last and alternate exterior angles the same way. We have theorem, same side interior, 4 and 6, letter U or C shape. So 4 and 6, same side interior. And we have two lines parallel, so they are supplementary. What is the meaning of supplementary? Means the summation of them equal 180. Okay, so this is the result. If they are same side interior and we have parallel lines, so what is the result? What is the conclusion for this? They are supplementary angles. Okay, depend on what? Depend on same side interior theorem. Same side interior theorem. Okay, what is the converse of this theorem? If we have angle 3 and angle 4, for example, same side interior, and I gave you they are supplementary, so the summation of them equal 180. So the two lines will be parallel. Depend on the converse of same side interior theorem. So here the two lines are parallel. Why? Because 3 and 4 same side interiors, and I gave you this as information. They are supplementary. Okay, understood?